Atomic Habits by James Clear is a powerful framework for personal growth that centers around the idea that small incremental changes, or atomic habits, can lead to profound transformations over time. This book is more than just a how-to guide on building good habits and breaking bad ones. It's a blueprint for mastering the systems that drive our daily behavior. With practical advice grounded in scientific research, Clear shows that it's not the big, sweeping changes that bring success, but the tiny, consistent actions that compound over time. Here's a deep dive into the key lessons from Atomic Habits, framed in a motivating and actionable way to inspire you to take control of your habits and, ultimately, your life. The first big lesson in Atomic Habits is the concept of making tiny improvements. Clear argues that success doesn't come from making radical changes overnight. Instead, it's the small, consistent habits that stack up and produce remarkable results. If you improve just 1% each day, you'll be 37 times better by the end of the year. The idea is simple. Small, consistent efforts add up in ways that can transform your life, even when those efforts seem insignificant in the moment. Takeaway: don't get discouraged by small progress. Focus on improvement, no matter how small, and trust that it will compound. Clear lays out a four-step framework for building good habits and breaking bad ones, which he calls the 4 laws of behavior change. These are: 1. Cue, make it obvious. 2. Crave it, make it attractive. 3. Response, make it easy. 4. Reward, make it satisfying. If you want to build a new habit, you need to design your environment so that the cue for your desired behavior is obvious. If you want to break a bad habit, make the cue for that behavior invisible. The craving should be enticing enough to motivate you, and your response should be easy to do, lowering the barrier to starting. Finally, the reward should provide instant gratification to reinforce the habit loop. Takeaway: the key to habit change lies in making habits obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Use this framework to design your environment and actions to work with, not against, your goals. One of the most profound ideas in Atomic Habits is the concept of identity-based habits. Rather than focusing on the results you want, for example, I want to lose weight, I want to read more books, Clear suggests focusing on who you want to become. Instead of setting a goal like, I want to run a marathon, shift the focus to, I am a runner. When you align your habits with your identity, they become more natural and sustainable because they reflect the person you believe yourself to be. Takeaway: focus on becoming the type of person who embodies the habits you want. Start with identity, not results. Change takes time, and the results from your new habits may not be immediately visible. Clear introduces the concept of the plateau of latent potential, which explains why you might not see progress right away, even though you're putting in the effort. The key is to be patient and stay consistent, as the results will eventually break through the plateau, often in ways you couldn't have predicted. Takeaway: trust the process and don't quit when you don't see immediate results. Habits compound over time, even if you don't see the effects at first. One effective technique Clear shares for building new habits is habit stacking. This involves pairing a new habit with an existing one. For example, if you already brush your teeth every morning, you could stack a new habit like doing 5 push-ups immediately after brushing your teeth. Takeaway: leverage the habits you already do to anchor new ones. Habit stacking makes it easier to build consistency. Clear argues that environment is the invisible hand that shapes behavior. If you want to change your habits, change your environment. For example, if you want to eat healthier, stock your kitchen with nutritious foods. If you want to exercise more, place your workout gear where you can see it. A cluttered or distracting environment can make good habits harder to stick to, while a thoughtfully designed environment makes it easier. Takeaway: design your environment to make good habits easier and bad habits harder. Your surroundings can be a powerful tool in shaping your behavior. One of the most practical pieces of advice in Atomic Habits is the 2-minute rule. The idea is that any habit can be started by reducing it to a 2-minute version. For example, if you want to read more, start by reading just 1 page per day. The goal is to make the habit so simple that it becomes irresistible. Once you start, the momentum will often carry you to do more. Takeaway. Make your new habit so easy that you can't say no. The goal is to start, and often that's the hardest part. Clear stresses the importance of focusing on the systems and processes that lead to results rather than obsessing over the end goal. Goals are finite. They're something you achieve, and then they're over. Systems, on the other hand, are ongoing. Instead of saying, I want to lose 20 pounds, focus on creating a system that prioritizes healthy eating and exercise. Over time, this system will lead to the results you desire. Takeaway. Don't focus on the end result. Focus on the system that will get you there. The process is more important than the goal. The Goldilocks rule is the idea that habits are most effective when they're in the just right zone. Not too hard, not too easy. When you engage in activities that challenge you just enough, you enter a state of optimal motivation. This sweet spot keeps you engaged, improves your skills, and pushes you to continue. Takeaway. Seek a balance between challenge and skill in your habits. If your habits are too easy, you won't improve. If they're too hard, you'll burn out. Find the right level of difficulty. Tracking your habits can significantly improve your chances of success. Clear recommends using a simple system to track whether or not you've completed your habits each day. This visual progress can provide positive reinforcement, help you stay accountable, and make the journey more enjoyable. Takeaway. Track your habits to maintain motivation and stay accountable. Progress, no matter how small, is progress. Your social circle plays a significant role in shaping your habits. Surrounding yourself with people who share your goals or exhibit the behaviors you want to adopt makes it easier to stick to your new habits. If you want to build good habits, seek out people who are already living the way you want to live. Takeaway. Surround yourself with people who inspire you and reinforce your desired habits. Your social environment is a powerful influence on your behavior. Atomic Habits teaches us that real, lasting change doesn't come from giant leaps, but from the small, consistent actions we take each day. The book is a guide to mastering the art of habit formation, one tiny step at a time. Whether you're trying to break a bad habit, build a new one, or simply improve your life in any way, the key is to focus on systems, identity, and the power of small, continuous improvements. So take a deep breath, embrace the power of small changes, and start building the life you want today. Don't wait for a big breakthrough. Start with the small atomic habits that will eventually lead to extraordinary results.